Okay. Representative Lovell, you recognize.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Representative Barnett, I have a real problem with, this bill says that there's no carbon dioxide storage to be done before June 2013, but then you're going to do studies between now and June 2013. I don't understand why we are asked to pass this bill when I believe it should be sent to interim study. If it became real important, I guess the governor could be contacted to allow that to be voted on in the fiscal session. But even with that, it could be voted on with an emergency clause in the 2013 legislature and still be implemented by July 1, 2013. So don't you agree that it might be better if you're going to involve all these people to make the decisions and also promulgate rules, then we certainly don't need to pass something that when the rules are not passed yet?
Well, if you read the bill, I mean, I think the bill is fairly directive in nature, and if it make you feel better and more comfortable, if you're concerned that there might be carbon dioxide storage before or right after June 30, 2013, we'd be glad to amend the bill for you to back that off a year or two, because I mean there's not going to be any storage, you know, anytime soon here. So if that gives you a comfort level, we'll be glad to do that and amend it to back it off.
Of course, you asked that question. I guess I get to answer it. I don't know how I can put a question, but that would not satisfy me, because if you don't intend to put any well or storage facilities in to 2013, I don't understand why we're voting on the bill today to do it.
What we were attempting to do is try to synchronize the timing of having regulations established in June of 2013 with, within the legislation to allow the time for that study so that these regulations could then be developed, so that in June of 2013, which is prior to that date, no storage could take place, so that it was properly vetted, all the stakeholders had their say, and so that at that time the regulations would be established which would allow for the permitting of these facilities. So it was more of a timing issue of trying to synchronize that.
Yeah, I believe we could, I'm not sure, but I believe we could direct, I believe this committee could direct an interim study done by a subcommittee of this committee to do that, and then also direct them to have those rules done by June 30, 2013. And
That's exactly what it does.
Well,
you just said what the bill does.
I don't believe we have to pass legislation in order to do that.
We pass bills every day out of here that does just exactly, it sets timetables and time dates. I've introduced 3 or 4 bills this session, and they've all got, they're futuristic, but they've got schedules and time dates, and this legislature does it all the time. This is actually very, very common, and it's done almost every day.
Representative Barnett, I have to disagree with you, because we do not pass legislation that requires interim study. We send, instead of passing, we send the legislation to interim study, and then bring it back with the rules. Because if we pass legislation, that in some ways we could bind the rulemaking process, and that some people want to participate in, and it's not, to me, it's not a good idea to legislate an interim study when we don't commonly do that.
One of